Good morning, friends. Yesterday I talked about my uh, meeting the Tibetan guest Dalai Lama. So, besides meeting the great man, I have another memory associated with the place Dharamsala. Since I stayed there, after meeting, I had another day to roam around in the city, the place, the town. So, as it often happens to me when I go out in the quest of the spiritual, I stumble on the earthly and find myself fully absorbed in it. Although my mission was to visit Dharamshala basically to meet Dalai Lama, was to seek audience with him in person. But I thought the next day I must devote full day in seeing the township. And I just took Zara with me. She was small then. And went for a little shopping. And I thought of walking around the hilly Tibetan town in India. I visited there a Tibetan emporium. It's located just next to Tibet Hotel. Even today it exists. One can visit and see. Apart from carpets, woolens, and other artifacts, it also had books, and that too books on poetry. Oh, so I asked the lady attendant there, perfectly modern Tibetan poetry in English. She said she has, and she said she has got only one. And that is this. And luck would have it only one copy. And she replied in impeccable English. Tibetan seems to have uh, the gift of tongue. Urdu, Hindi, Hindustani, or English they speak. They speak it without a trace of an accent. It is, she said, it's a compilation of one of our Dalai Lama. And she handed over me a very slim volume. I still have got in my library. And the book's name was Songs of the Sixth Dalai Lama, compiled by K. Dondup. I expected it would be about the Lord Buddha, his various manifestations, the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path of Nirvana, and that kind of a thing. Let me tell you, I was pleasantly surprised. Once I got back to my army guest room, I was located in Dakshai, not very far. When I reached there and I turned the pages, I was really surprised about that it had nothing but love, fornication, and the pleasures of tavern with chung, the rice wine, the institution of wandering sannyasi, adept in the art of seduction and performing great sexual feats, also existed among those recognized as reincarnation of the great Shakyamuni, who renounced sex and family life in early youth. Surprising. Sang Yung actually. It's spelled T-S-A-N-Y-A-N-G. T Sang Yung Gyatso, the sixth Dalai Lama, remains a timeless enigma in the annals of the Dalai Lama of Tibet. Writes the Gyatso Tenzing, the director of the Tibetan the archives at the Dharamshala. The unique thing about the sixth Dalai Lama, Tenzing Gyatso, a very unique thing that he talked much about the things I've discussed instead of the Buddha and his teachings. It says that this sixth Dalai Lama was enthroned in 1697. He was a gifted child, scholarly great scholar, and a poetic bent of mind. He also loved outdoor activities tremendously. He was a master archer. Archery was his finest hobby. And of course, designing buildings. He was an architect of repute. The only thing unique about him was that he refused to be disciplined and be bowed down by the vows of this celibacy. No. He remains a human, a normal human being. For him, it was the monastery. He retained all the human qualities. He always said for him, it was the monastery and the prayer by daytime, taverns, drinks, and songs of love, and pretty Tibetan maidens at night. Even if meditated upon, he writes in this book, Songs of the sixth Dalai Lama, that even if meditated upon, the face of my Lama comes not to me, but again and again comes to me. The smiling face of my beloved. He admitted defeat in pursuit of the spiritual. If I could meditate upon the Dhamma as intensely as I must on my beloved, I would certainly attain the enlightenment, surely in this one lifetime. And further again, if the maiden will live forever, the wine will flow even more. The tavern is my heaven, with wine I am content. Inevitably, he fell out with the regent. The regent was captured and beheaded in 1706. The sixth Dalai Lama reign also came to end in the same year. He was forcibly taken away to China and disappeared or was murdered. His last message to a Lama friend was, "White crane, lend me your wings. I will not fly far. From Lithang I shall return." Beautiful. In the last line, the Tibetan read the message that the seventh Dalai Lama would soon be discovered. The Sanyang Gyatso was not moved about his sexual prowess at all. He says in his book, "Never have I slept without sweetheart, nor have I spent a single drop of sperm." The sex act, as in the case of Krishna, was a tantric exercise in whom the bindi's latent powers were not to be wasted by being spent. If the body hoarded semen, the mind dwelt more intensely on the pleasure of sex. He writes there, "I went to my teacher with devout will to learn of the Lord Buddha. My teacher taught, but what he escaped for my child was full of compassion. Full of compassion, one who loves me. She has stolen my mind." He was adept in the art of arousing. Sweetheart awaiting me in my room, yielding tenderly her sweet body. Has she come to cheat me and disrobe me of my virtues? With fair damsels came wine. If the maiden will live forever, the wine will flow even more. The tavern is my heaven, with wine I am content. Beautiful poetry. For a Lama to write like John Keats or Shakespeare, is amazing. It is incredible, my friend, that in a highly conservative and religious oriented society like the Tibetan, it is the iconoclast loving the sixth Lama, sixth Dalai Lama, who remains the great favorite. On the life of sixth Dalai Lama, I am reminded of a Urdu poet's beautiful lines. छुपाना क्या अलल ऐलान लिखिए, मोहब्बत है मेरा उन्वान लिखिए, तिलकधारी नहीं पैदा हुआ मैं, मुझे पंडित नहीं इंसान लिखिए. वफा, नेकी, दुआ, सब्र, तहम्मुल, यही है आखिरी सामान लिखिए. फलक पर एक सितारे की कमी है, हमें कुछ देर का मेहमान लिखिए. थैंक यू वेरी मच.